call this meeting of January 1st, 2018, at a little after noon, the inauguration, the reorganization, and a business meeting. And we were noticed on December 19th, 2017, which sounds so long ago. I'd like to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year, and for good things to happen in 2018. And again, I welcome everybody and to our newly elected officials, and we look for a very fun and prosperous year. If everyone could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, West Windsor held its municipal election during the general election on November 17th, or November 7th, 2017. There was a seat available for mayor and 2 seats available on the West Windsor Township Council. The following candidates were voted into office, each with a 4-year term. Hamat Marate has been certified as mayor, elected with 3,749 votes. Ms. Linda Jeevers has been certified as council member, elected with 4,043 votes. And Ms. Virginia Manzari has been certified as elected council member with 3,662 votes. And if we could just take a moment and congratulate them and their wonderful achievements and the hard work that they put forward into getting to where they are now. So congratulations. Thank you. All right, so we are going to begin the swearing in. Hamat? Mayor Marate?
Do you have anyone taking pictures?
Yeah.
Got it all under control. All right, repeat after me. I, Hamat Marate, do solemnly swear
I, Hemant Marathe, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I'll bear true faith
and allegiance to
and,
the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I'll faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of mayor
perform all the duties of the office of the mayor
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. Linda Jeevers and family.
We did not practice this.
That's what makes it fun, you never know. You ready? All right, Linda, repeat after me. I, Linda Jeevers, do solemnly swear
I, Linda Jeevers, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of council member
perform all the duties of the office of council member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Line up. Okay. All right, Virginia, repeat after me. I, Virginia Manzari, do solemnly swear
I, Virginia Manzari, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of council member
perform all of the duties of the office of council member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. All right, so now we will take comments by the newly elected and re-elected officials. And we'll start off with Mayor Marate.
Thank you very much. Before I start, I'd like to acknowledge few people who are in crowd. Mayor Shea is here. He looks very happy, it's not his problem. And then the next three people is there's Superintendent David Harold, School District. School Board President Tony Flores. And I saw Chief of Police here somewhere, Garofalo. Oh, here. The reason to point out these three people is if you have any issue, go to them. They run the town more than the mayor, so thank you for all coming out on such a bitter cold day. It's good to know that you have friends who will get out in such a weather to celebrate with you, even when they are sober. So as a mayor, it's a great feeling that even before your inauguration, people have so much faith in you that they line up to prepay their taxes. So thank you very much. I'm probably starting with the highest surplus in the history of West Windsor. So soon after my election, a few people were concerned if the election would change me. Let me assure you, I'm the same guy who enjoys humor, knows life is too short, so don't pick up any fights. But if you do pick up, fight it with passion. And just in case, as an insurance, if I forget, I have my wife. Just before, as I was coming here, all dressed up in suit and tie, and people know I don't wear that much often, she reminded me that I still have to take out garbage every week. I wish she had told me that 6 months ago. No, but on a serious note, the last issue of Forbes had a quote by Peter Drucker that summarizes my thinking. And he wrote that rank does not confer privilege or give power, it imposes responsibility. I do take the responsibility seriously and will do everything to serve the residents of West Windsor to the best of my ability. Many people expect the new mayor to give a speech. So in my enthusiasm, I had written a very long speech. When my daughter read it, she told me the story of President Harrison. He gave the longest speech in the history of presidential inauguration at 1 hour 45 minutes. He died a month later. I'm not a superstitious man, but why take chances? So I'll be very brief. So first I'd like to thank outgoing Mayor Shea for his long service to the community. On a sadder note, I would like to acknowledge that a former council member, Ray Roder, passed away on December 29th. Many of the new residents may not know Ray. She was the person to be when I moved in town in '93. Ray saw herself as the advocate of the common man, in that she always seemed willing to extend herself on behalf of others, regardless of the politics. She had a very special place in her heart for the veterans, and she was instrumental in starting our Memorial Day parade. And she was also instrumental in changing the form of government to what it is today. So part of the reason I'm sitting here is because Ray took the initiative to change the form of government. So on behalf of everybody in West Windsor, I would like to extend my condolences to John and his family. She will be missed. Event like this reminds me that my time as an elected official is limited, and I should make the most of it. I want my legacy as mayor not to be how long I served or how well I played the political game, but what positive impact I had on the community. I am looking forward to working with all council members as a partner. Doesn't mean we will agree. My wife and I don't agree on all issues. In that case, she gets what she says, but in this case, I'll get what I say. But we should not let that affect what we accomplish. The message of the last election was clear. We are elected to serve the residents of West Windsor. Politics at the state and national level have no role to play in how West Windsor is governed. I intend to practice what I preach, and I strongly urge the council members to do the same. So before I end my brief comments, I would like to thank the people who made my journey possible. My uncle was supposed to be here, he's not here. He came here first in 1970s, and all his niece and nephews followed. So it's one of the reasons I'm here is because of him. So if you don't like me, you can blame him, he's part of the reason. And he's not here, but his daughter is here, so you can. Then my family. I mean, people ask me the secret of my election success, and I can reveal that because it's difficult to replicate. When you have 4 kids and mother who are more popular than you are, it's easy to get elected. So both my mother and my wife of 30 years, Puneet, have managed the house and put up all my craziness all these years. And Puneet has held a paying job so that I can follow my passion. I always joke that I do all the non-paying jobs, she does the paying jobs. So again, thank you all for coming, and I encourage you to stay involved in the township business and township issues. I'm going to make damn sure, or I'm going to make my best effort to make the council meetings as boring as I possibly can. But I still want you to come just to keep us company. So thank you again for coming, and I wish you a very happy, healthy and prosperous new year. Thank you.
Ms. Jeevers?
Well, to everyone here today who braved the cold, and to all of our residents and to all of our employees, I want to wish everyone a very happy and healthy new year. I am thankful to all of you who voted for me, and even if you didn't vote for me, I will do my best to listen and to work with you as I begin my fourth term on council. Mayor Marante and I served together on the WWP School Board and on council. I congratulate him on his election to mayor and look forward to the open and collaborative approach to decision-making that we have valued throughout the years. I congratulate Virginia Manzari and welcome her to council. Her professional business experience, zoning board experience, and involvement with many school board activities and issues will be useful as she begins her new duties. I also want to say that I look forward again to working with Allison Miller and Aisha Hamilton. It will be a busy year as Mayor Marate will be finalizing his proposed 2018 municipal budget for delivery to council in February. The Planning Board will begin its review of the draft 2018 re-examination report of the master plan. Discussion begins this Wednesday, January 3rd at 7 p.m. The third major issue will be affordable housing. The township awaits a decision on the third round by Judge Jacobson. Please stay engaged. Let us know your thoughts as we move through so many important issues. We have an incredible town, and when we all work together, it becomes an even better place to live. My thanks to our long list of volunteers, especially to our professional volunteer firefighters and EMS workers. They're out there 24/7, and we appreciate that. And thanks to our accredited police department for keeping us safe. And to my family, my husband Neil, my daughters Kristen, Jessica, and Ashley, and my mother Caroline Koski, I am deeply grateful for all the support that you have given me all these years. On a sad note, as Mayor Marate mentioned, our sympathies to John Rader on the passing of Ray. Ray was an influential councilwoman who truly loved our town and shaped it in many ways. I enjoyed reading passages with Ray from time to time on Memorial Day. Ray organized the parade and Veterans Day services. Everyone knew she had a special place in her heart for our veterans, and we will all miss her. Thank you.
Ms. Manzari?
Happy New Year. I'm honored to have been elected to this council, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone on the council and in the administration. I would also like to add my condolences to Ray Rader's family. I didn't know Ray, but I had heard many times over that she was a lovely woman, very nice woman, and a tough lady who really fought hard for what she believed in. I've had the pleasure of working with her husband, John, for 4 years on the zoning board, and I want to extend my condolences to him and to their family. Today, I want to thank my family for all of their love and support, my husband, Steve, my daughter, Elise, and my son, Jack, for their love and support and encouragement. They really pitched in and helped. I wasn't around a lot, and when I was busy, and I really appreciate everything that they've done for me. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for them. I'd also like to thank all of our supporters. We were fortunate to have a core team of supporters who are just terrific people, bright, creative, funny people who really worked hard for us. And I have to tell you, I had a lot of fun in this campaign. I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to work with. And thank you to everybody that we met along the way who also jumped in and helped us out. I'm humbled and honored to serve as West Windsor's newest council member, and I promise to do my very best for the residents of West Windsor to make our community an even better place to raise our families. Thank you and Happy New Year.
Ms. Hamilton?
Thank you. I would like to add my condolences to Ray Rader's family. Like Virginia, I didn't know her personally, but I understand that she made huge contributions to this town in her service. It is my pleasure to start this third year serving this town. And in everything I do, I think about two guiding principles. What's the best way to serve this town? And what is the best way to serve the greatest number of people? For those of us up here, we know those are really difficult questions, but that is what we've been tasked with answering. So in every process, every resolution, every decision, we need always to keep front of mind of what is the best thing for West Windsor and what is the best way to serve the greatest number of people in this town. And I know that that's what we'll do moving forward. And I'm very cognizant of changes that we have this year. We have a new mayor after 16 years, so I want to welcome Hemant as our new mayor. I especially want to welcome Virginia, so I am no longer the newest member of council. So thank you. And I look forward to being able to work together and to be able to serve in the best way we know how. Thank you.
Ms. Miller?
First, I'd like to offer my congratulations to the winners of last November's election, to colleagues old and new, and my thanks to everyone who participated in that election as candidates, campaign managers, campaign workers, activists, commentators, and most of all, the voters. Without you, we'd have no democracy. Without participation by the people, there would be no government of the people, and government of the people is what makes us what we are sitting up here today. I can't think about elections without thinking about my former colleague, Ray Rader. And it's a very sad occasion for me. If not for Ray, I wouldn't be here. She got me into politics. She got former Mayor Shea into politics. She did so much for this town. It meant a lot to her because she was a native of West Windsor, and she cared about people. And she became an iconic figure here. There was nothing important that went on that didn't have an opinion from Ray. She devoted her life to helping others. She served 10 years up on this council, and she was a notable councilwoman. I used to say, and I still believe, that they ought to give out an Oscar for best performance as an elected official, because she would have won it. We've had some drama up here since, but nothing like Ray. Nobody could express themselves with more eloquence and passion than Ray could. And my condolences to her husband, John. We will all miss her. I'd also like to thank the people who work in this town, the volunteers, the staff. I actually saw on Saturday, during a snowstorm, members of Public Works coming out to clear the brush and the leaves from District 4, the last district to get leaf pickup and brush pickup during the snowstorm. That's dedication. That's hard work, and that's something we have to be grateful for, having people like that. So we are sitting up here because we were elected, whether recently or 2 years ago, and as our new mayor says, with power, and we do have a little bit of power, comes responsibility. Unfortunately, we live in an age where some politicians and their supporters feel that with power comes entitlement. Those of us who are truly prepared to serve all our constituents, our polity, and yes, our country, can lead by example and show how, by working with each other and respecting each other, we can make things better for all the people we serve. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go into our reorganization and our business session, and we will start with the nomination of council officers for 2018. Okay.
Have a nomination.
Are we ready?
You're on.
All right, council president. Do I have a nomination in order for council president?
Yes. As you know, Hemant, Linda, and I took great care to run a nonpartisan campaign this last November. We believe in putting the needs of the residents as a priority above all else, and most certainly above any loyalty to one political group or another, or special interest group or another. And so in the spirit of continuing those efforts to run a nonpartisan government, I would like to nominate Allison Miller for the office of president. I've known Allison for years, and I know she'll do a great job.
Thank you.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Are there any further nominations for the office of council president? Seeing none, do I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Second.
Jeevers,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Manzari,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
and a roll call for Allison Miller for council president. Jeevers,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Manzari,
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Microphone? All right, repeat after me. I, Allison Miller, do solemnly swear
I, Allison Miller, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of council president,
perform all the duties of the office of council president,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have a nomination for council vice president?
Virginia, because you drew the short straw, I'm going to nominate you for vice president. I know you'll do a great job.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, do I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote on closing nominations?
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yep.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. Roll call on Virginia for vice president?
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
All right, repeat after me. I, Virginia Manzari, do solemnly swear
I, Virginia Manzari, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
perform
all the duties of the office of Council Vice President,
perform all the duties of the office of Council Vice President,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
All right, moving right along. It's a little untraditional, but I would like to have the pleasure of nominating my colleague Linda Jeevers for Planning Board. It's going to be an exciting year on Planning Board. It's going to be a challenging year on Planning Board. And it's going to be challenging to be the council representative on Planning Board because everybody else on council is going to go to those Planning Board meetings and is going to be looking at you and commenting in their hearts and minds and coming up to you later and saying, Linda, why didn't you say this? Linda, I think, and what do you think? So it's going to be a very challenging position, and I think that Linda will do it excellently, and her experience will matter, not just having served on Planning Board before, and this is what, your 13th year on council, 13th
Starting.
and a half?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I know that you're prepared, and I take great pleasure in nominating you for that position, and I hope someone will second it.
Second.
Any other nominations? Seeing none, do I have a motion that nominations be closed?
So moved?
Second.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. So vote on Linda's position now.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. All right.
All right. I know, I forgot the microphone again. Should have something like a pocket or something. All right, Linda, repeat after me. I, Linda Jeevers, do solemnly swear
I, Linda Jeevers, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of Planning Board Class 3 member,
perform all the duties of the Planning Board Class 3 member
according to best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Moving right along, there are more offices that we have to be sworn into. So do I have a motion for a nomination of a council member to serve on the Affordable Housing Committee?
I'll nominate Allison.
Thank you.
Second.
Do we have any other nominations? Move to close nominations?
So moved.
Second.
Vote on closing nominations.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Manzari.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes. Vote on the appointment.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Manzari.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Allison, repeat after me. I, Allison Miller, do solemnly swear
I, Allison Miller, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of Affordable Housing Committee member,
perform all the duties of the office of Affordable Housing Committee member,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Next, we have nomination for 2 members of the Cable TV Advisory Board.
I would like to nominate Linda Jeevers and Aisha Hamilton.
I'll second that. They've served wonderfully on that board for 2 years, and we just have to finish up one little piece of business and don't change horses in the middle of the river.
All right, any further nominations? Seeing none, can we close the nominations?
So moved.
Second.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
And a roll call for the nomination of Virginia and Aisha to serve as the council.
Linda and I.
I meant Linda.
You know,
Nice.
1 year, I'm going to get through this whole thing without doing something like that. So we're going to close nominations. Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Woo! All right, congratulations. Try to give it away.
Do you want to do Linda first, because then Aisha's husband doesn't have to come up? He can come up for 2 in a row.
That's fine. All right, Linda, repeat after me. I, Linda Jeevers, do solemnly swear
I, Linda Jeevers, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of member of Cable TV Advisory Board,
perform all the duties of the member of the Cable TV Advisory Board,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, should we do the nominations then? Yeah. All right. We are going to move on and do a double swear-in.
Because there has to be an easier way to do this. We're just going to move this along.
Getting our exercise today.
At this point, it's just physically painful.
You'd
All right.
think we'd have this all memorized and just be able to go through it like that, but no, it's to a
19
point.
years and I'm still like working on it, so, all right.
So do we have a nomination for Emergency Management Council member?
Yes, I would like to nominate Aisha Hamilton.
Second.
Thank you.
Any other nominations? Seeing none, motion to close nominations?
So moved?
Second.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. And voting on Aisha's appointment?
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. Okay, now she gets sworn into two things.
Does she have to get sworn into environmental?
No.
Liaisons don't get sworn.
All right, repeat after me. I, Aisha Hamilton, do solemnly swear
I, Aisha Hamilton, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of
perform all the duties of the office of Cable TV Management and Emergency Services,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
Thank you. Thank you, God.
All right, we next come to filling the council vacancy created by the elevation of Hemant Marathe to mayor. And the process would be, we have 6 applicants.
We had one just submit her, that she did not want to move forward with the vacancy, filling that up was Andrea Mandel.
Okay. So we have 5 applicants. Are they all here? Sharon, can
Shall
you
we
call
go-
them up in alphabetical order?
Sure.
And let them,
Sure.
what happens is the applicants will each make a 5-minute presentation, and then the council members will choose.
Yeah, they'll have an opportunity, council will have an opportunity to ask questions, and they can also take questions from the public. So, Jyotika Bahree, come on down.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jyotika Bahree. I reside at 31 Grayland Drive with my husband and 3 children. I've been a Westminster Councilwoman for the last 6 months, and I hope to convince my council colleagues to continue to place their trust in me and bestow on me the honor of serving the Westminster community for another year. My 6 months spent on the Westminster Township Council have been a very valuable experience for me, as I have been a part of critical discussions on important issues that affect our town. I would like to leverage my analytical and business background and use my time, energy, and drive to continue to participate in township government. It is my way of giving back to the community for the benefits it affords my family and me. I believe I am the right candidate to fill this vacancy because I've already been on this eventful journey with you. And I've shared the challenge of debating and voting on issues that define the character of our hometown, whether it be affordable housing, Route 1 improvements, Cranberry Road closure, the amount of fund balance in our budget, or solar energy, to name just a few. As a council member, I also had the opportunity to attend the New Jersey League of Municipalities Convention, where I was able to learn valuable lessons on numerous municipal issues and meet other people working hard to improve their respective communities' lives across New Jersey. As for my background, I have a BA degree in economics and earned my MBA from the Indian Institute of Management, where I majored in marketing and financial management. Subsequently, I worked at a large multinational company in business development for their new product markets. My work gave me useful experience in researching new markets and analyzing data and information to aid in key decision-making for the company. My husband and I moved to the United States in the year 2000, and I worked as a market research manager at the corporate banking arm of a large Midwestern bank. I was recognized twice by my department head as the most valuable employee in the market research department. I also volunteered at the local American Red Cross chapter, coaching the sales department in developing action-oriented marketing strategies. When our son was 2 years old, we moved to New Jersey. Since then, I've been an active volunteer in the school district, most recently on the book fair and field day committees at Maurice Hawk School. And before joining council, I served on the West Windsor Zoning Board. During this time, I developed enormous respect for my volunteer colleagues, as all of them put in a great amount of time and effort in researching and debating facts to get to the crux of cases. The formulation of a suitable approach to affordable housing is one of the most important issues facing West Windsor. Judge Jacobson will come up with either a number or possibly a methodology to calculate the number for meeting the obligation. In either case, we need to ensure that the town has a step-by-step plan in place to meet the present need of affordable housing, so the question of rezoning the Howard Hughes site for residential purposes does not arise. At the same time, we need to attract businesses to the site so as to improve the commercial ratables of West Windsor. This will strengthen our tax base and helping to control residential property taxes, so families that have been living here for generations can continue to call West Windsor home. Another critical issue, in my opinion, is increasing community engagement within our increasingly diverse township. Each of us comes from a different background and has the potential to contribute to make our town better. Our intent should be to leverage our cultural, recreational, and open space resources, along with our varied competencies, to create opportunities for innovative alliances. Perhaps in organizing an international fair to commemorate the melting pot West Windsor truly is, or in hosting a technical symposium showcasing West Windsor's professional talent. A key role of a council member is to make decisions that optimize the use of our town's tax dollars. In any situation, you can add value to a project if the benefits, tangible and intangible, associated with it outweigh the costs, and that is at the crux of any economic analysis. A project may seem attractive at first at face value, but often a deep dive into its specifics will reveal either a lack of viability or unreliable assumptions. A combination of sound research and an evaluation of net gains to various stakeholders will usually yield a sensible solution. I have no political agenda, and I pledge to use this approach for the betterment of West Windsor and its residents. I believe in stepping up to the challenge. I believe in collaboration and teamwork and respect for the opinions of my colleagues. I exhibited these values during my 6 months on council, and if reappointed today, I intend to continue to bring value on that platform in the coming year. Thank you very much, and I wish everyone a very happy new year.
Any council comments, questions? Public comment?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Lerner?
I apologize. I have a little bit of a cold, so I may stumble through some of my remarks. First, let me wish everyone here today a Happy New Year. And let me offer my congratulations again to Mr. Marate, Ms. Manzari, and Ms. Jeevers on their election victories, and let me offer a heartfelt welcome back to Ms. Hamilton and Ms. Miller for 2018. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk about the council vacancy. My qualifications were set forth in my application, and I prefer to use the bulk of my 5 minutes to talk about important issues facing our community. But I will offer a brief recap of my background for those who haven't had the opportunity to look at the application. My family has been in West Windsor for almost 30 years, and throughout the time that we've been here, I have been active in the community. I am a financial professional by training, and I've served in executive roles for a number of multi-billion-dollar companies, as well as one of the largest international nonprofit while I was in the world, I guess the corporate world. Since retiring, I've been a board member or trustee for a number of charities and nonprofits, most local, but one which is nationally known. Local politics is a bit of a hobby, and those who watch TV and look at occasional council meetings will note that I have come up and shared an opinion or two over the last many years. In my opinion, there are really two critically important issues which will determine the future of our town, and they're interrelated. Maintaining the quality of life and the affordability of living here in West Windsor in the face of increased affordable housing mandates, along with the growth in multifamily housing developments, will be challenging for the town. Affordable housing units are subsidized by everybody else's tax dollars in general, and by our tax dollars, school tax dollars in particular. The same can be said for rental apartment units. On a per-state student basis, the owners of these properties, not the tenants, but the owners of these properties do not pay nearly enough in property taxes to cover the costs of educating the students that come from their units. 70% of that shortfall is covered by homeowners like you and me. Every time we approve another multifamily unit in our township, our taxes have been increased. Our individual taxes have been increased. Those rising taxes are driving out older residents, particularly those on fixed income. They can no longer afford to live in West Windsor. The recent tax legislation makes that problem even worse. Each new apartment in a multifamily housing complex and each new affordable housing unit makes it more and more difficult to stay in town. When an older, more established family leaves West Windsor, two things generally happen. A family with younger children move in to take advantage of a wonderful school system, and to me that makes perfect sense. And at the same time, because we're driving out a very older and more stable portion of our community without children, our town has become a bit less diverse. These findings are well documented, and they're not in the public discourse here in town. You never hear council talk about it. Why? Because it's not politically correct to discuss it. Well, I'm not afraid of controversy. Those who know me know that well. And I will take on any problem at all, without regard to who the opponent is, who they might be, as long as the community benefits from the outcome. Some of you might remember a few months back that there was a concept plan presented by a firm called Howard Hughes, and that there was a resistance in town to their application. I led that resistance. I developed a strategy. I did the research, not on my own, but with some colleagues who are here today, and we made sure that the public was well informed and that considered decisions would be made by our planning board. When Howard Hughes brought to bear outside interests, I used my personal influence to make sure those outside interests stayed away. And if you compare the first planning board meeting to the second planning board meeting, who was there and who was not there should be apparent to you, and I take the responsibility for what was accomplished. Now, council will have input into the new master plan, and homeowners in West Windsor deserve an advocate that will represent their interests. The demographic data in support of the master plan rewrite already confirms the story. If I get the chance, I will vote for existing residents of West Windsor and force as many potential developers as I can to pay a more equitable share of any burden they create. Thank you. I'll be happy to answer any questions people might have.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Lerner? Anyone in the public have any questions for Mr. Lerner? Seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Singh?
Good afternoon, everyone, and wish you a happy new year. My name is Ajit Singh. I live in West Windsor since 2011, and I would like to congratulate Mayor Hemant, Councilwoman Virginia, Councilwoman Linda. I moved to the United States of America about 2 decades back and married to a beautiful wife, Manisha, for the last 2 decades as well. I have 3 children. One was just born 4 days back, Aiden. So I may be sleep deprived, but I got a pretty good dose of coffee, so I'm pretty full awake now. I have another daughter, Anya. She is 11-year-old. And Arushi Singh, she is 17-year-old. She is sitting right behind me, right here. So I just want to talk about a little bit background. I'm a Bachelor of Electronics Engineer and have an advanced diploma in IT. I work for several Fortune 500 companies in last 2 decades and also founded several IT companies. And I have also served on board position for charity firms and social and cultural organizations and contributed significantly my time, energy, and money. Currently, I'm serving as a board of directors at Enable Inc., which is a West Windsor-based organization. We are providing service and support for disabled adults and children for last 27 years. And with my expertise in corporate world and my charity and philanthropy experience, we are able to target to double the revenue of this organization and bring more quality of life for the New Jersey residents. And we were doing pretty good with the adult centers, group homes, and in-home services. So with that, West Windsor, right? Everyone knows, West Windsor is a great township around the area, well regarded and well protected, and and especially the school district is amazing. My daughter, 17-year-old Arushi, she was born with disabilities with the Down syndrome. But when we moved here, she have gained great progress in personal, physically and cognitive skills as well. And she is able to independently work now. So this year at Best Buy. Baby Hours, I'm sure, Baby Hours. She's working pretty good. I'm so proud, and my wife, both are grateful to the West Windsor School District and Township for this great school district and great quality of life here. And that's what I believe in, to really work with our new administration, great, energetic, and smart people here, and to preserve our school district and our township, especially on some of the challenges we all know. Howard Hughes bringing a lot of burden to traffic, infrastructure, and school districts. So I will look forward to work with our current administration on that. Not only that, but also the infrastructure. I know that a lot of communities have, some, uneven sideways and sidewalks, and also some roads, and there's a lot of, improvements to be made. And I would offer my, and time and energy and best of myself, to the township if given opportunity. And with my experience on the non-profit charity and social organizations where I served on board earlier and currently serving as well, so I bring great capability and skills, not only that in professional side, but also on the family side. Also, I know how to raise, with the children with the disabilities and know, what it takes to preserve our school district, our township, to bring quality life for everyone. So with that, I just want to say thank you everyone for coming out in this cold and for your time. And I will look forward to work with the new administration, given the opportunity, and really bring value to our township and for our school district. Thank you so much, everyone.
Any questions for Mr. Singh? Any questions from the audience? Thank you.
Ms. Wang?
I want to offer congratulations again to our new administration, and thanks everyone for your support through my campaign. When I passed by the construction site on Bear Brook Road, which was a farmland a year ago, I wonder which of the unpreserved farmland in West Windsor will be the next to go. When I hit the potholes on North Post Road right before the Alexander turnabout, I wonder how many tires may have been damaged by the same potholes. When I go shopping at Woolworth Supermarket, the new Korean supermarket right by our beautiful pavilion, I hope it will survive and thrive in West Windsor. As I'm enlisting some of my own concerns for our township, which might resonate with 1,000 West Windsor households that I had the opportunity to speak with last year on my campaign trail, I hope to convey and act on their voices as a new member of our new administration. I'm asking for your vote, and this time, not for mayor, but for the opportunity and privilege to act on our residents' behalf, alongside you. Our new administration. Okay. Together, we'll gather information, analyze data, communicate with residents, and work together on 3 major West Windsor issues. We're going to preserve the few farmland and open spaces we have left in West Windsor to limit our future residential growth. We're going to improve the quality and safety of our roads. We're going to stabilize our property taxes by improving the township efficiency and encouraging and attracting and growing community building businesses. Please allow me the opportunity to serve West Windsor residents and our children for a greener future into our preserved open spaces. Thank you very much. Thank you again.
Any questions up here for Ms. Wang? Any from the audience? Thank you.
Mr. Zhang?
Good afternoon, Happy New Year, everybody. Sincere congratulations to Mayor Marathi and Linda Jeever and Manzara. My name is Yingchao YZ Zhang. For those of you who haven't seen my name enough during the campaign or my picture, here I am again. It was really a good campaign from my perspective. I really learned a lot, despite of the little bit of disappointment to my own results. I'm very happy to go through the process. I really learned a lot by talking to thousands of the residents during the campaign. So I think One of the issues we're facing, probably the most significant issue of all, I want to talk a little bit about and share my opinion, is about the relatively higher property tax. So that is one thing people have a lot of discussion. Some people said, the school district really took a lot of tax from the property tax, which in fact from West Windsor is about 65% of the property tax going to the school. On the other hand, as a former school board member, as former as yesterday, I just expired, my school term just expired yesterday. I really believe the school district has done a great job in terms of budget plan. We have just shy of 10,000 students, and we have about 180 million annual budget. So if you do the calculation, per student cost is just about 18,000, which is actually lower than many of the neighboring high-quality school districts such as Princeton and Montgomery. So in that sense, the school has done a good job in terms of controlling the spending on per student cost. I think one of the issues, as many also pointed out, is that many people moved in and moved out soon after the children graduated from high school. So that is one thing. It's kind of like feeding into itself, like myself included. My own neighbors, 3 neighbors changed hands during my 17 years as a resident. So how do we encourage the senior to stay? So it's like, again, the circular situation. I think one thing we have to do is to be able to introduce more commercial tax into town. And how to do that is the million-dollar question. And I know we have a lot of discussion during the election as well. Some people suggested hiring a business developer for the township. Myself and the Working Together team at the time believe we should be working together because this is the mission not just for the township officials, but really facing everybody and anybody in town. So we should leverage our own expertise and our experiences to bring to the table. As far as I'm concerned, I'm myself a scientist by education, technologist as in profession, and businessman in operation, a musician with passion. That's my 4-line self-introduction. Now, my background as far as IT, business, and technology gave me the opportunity to work with a lot of people in the neighborhood, in the local area, some large corporations, some small startups. So I'm in the process of establishing IT business forum, which potentially can become a forum larger than just dozens of people, but really attracting the local business and making West Windsor a magnet for IT business. In that effort, I already moved my own small company's U.S. headquarters to Carnegie Center. And I think that alone, obviously, is one single company's effort, but if we all have this kind of collective effort and working together, I do believe we'll make something happen that, again, attract more business into town, and not only limited to the IT business, which is my expertise, but also pharmaceuticals, green energy, and everything else. I believe that's the way to address the issue so that we can lower the residential portion of the property tax contribution, and that way it will encourage the seniors to stick around. And by the way, I'm becoming an empty nester very soon, but my wife and I plan to stay in the township. Hope you give me the opportunity to serve, so I have no excuse to run away from the township. So thank you so much for your time.
Any questions up here for Mr. Zhang? Any from the audience? Seeing none, thank you.
All right.
Now, do we want to have some deliberation, or do we want to go straight to a vote?
I think we can go straight to the vote.
All right.
We're going to unplug a couple things here.
It's doing it on its own.
We're taking a moment.
Short fire there.
We're taking an electronic break.
That one's on, too.
Yes.
That extra one off.
Shut the mics off for a second. Here.
Thank you. I'm good, thank you. Sorry.
Thank you for your patience. So the way we usually vote is we do it rather than an out-loud roll call vote. We do it with ballots. That way, we're voting simultaneously, and we don't know how each one of us is going to vote.
Yeah, we need to take nominations first.
Okay. I would like to thank everybody for applying for the 5th council seat. I think it's great that so many people have stepped up in this way, and obviously, we have some very qualified members of our town who are willing to give of their time, and we do appreciate that. Having said that, I would like to nominate Jyotika Bahree to take this seat. Jyotika's professional background makes her particularly well-suited for the council seat. Having served on council for the last 6 months, she'll be able to rejoin the council as an active participating member with no learning curve. I serve with Jyotika on the zoning board, and I know her to be a thoughtful, fair-minded person who researches problems and makes fact-based decisions. And she is also the only candidate for the 5th seat who is not associated with one campaign or another. So again, in keeping with our nonpartisan efforts to move the township forward, I would like to nominate Jyotika Bahree.
Okay, we don't need seconds.
No, you do not.
So do we have another nomination?
I do. I'd like to nominate Dr. Wisey. I've come to know him well, to respect him over the time of his campaign, but I know him from prior to that as well, from his time on school board. And I will say that I have always found you to be thoughtful and intelligent and analytical. I think that we need that up here, okay? My sense is I'd like to see someone up here who is committed to the town, and you definitely check that box as you've already been in service to this town. I would like to see someone who brings a fresh perspective, and I liked to hear about your ideas about the IT business. I'd like to see some more of that. I think it's important that we have people up here who have a balanced perspective, and Dr. Wisey has always demonstrated that. I know all of our 5 candidates, and they're all really intelligent, good people. But I think what Dr. Wisey has brought to the table in his decisions at school board that I've really been drawn to is a sense of compassion and balance. So I will nominate Dr. Wisey.
Thank you. I don't have a nomination. I just want to say that I think we have wonderful candidates standing up here, and it's really difficult for me. I keep wishing I could vote for them all. I think we need a bigger council, really, because there are so many good ideas and effective activism that we get. And I have no more to say except thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who is applying for this position, and to those who don't get it, please stay active, please don't be a stranger, please come to this room, let us know what you feel, and remember that there will be an election in November for this very seat. and not those of us up here, but all of you and everyone in town will vote for the true successor of our new mayor. And that person will take the seat as soon as the November election is certified.
Okay, there we go. I'd just like to thank the 5 candidates who came out today. Sometimes it feels like you're splitting hairs because we have so many talented people with their professional work, and they're so interested in serving and volunteering here. So it always makes it a very difficult decision. I did, I guess it was last June, support when Mr. Mendez resigned, Jyotika Bahree, and I think that she's been doing a very good job. It takes time to learn this job. It takes years. There's always something, all of us, even Allison and I, as long as we've been around, every year we learn something new too. But there is a learning curve, and I think Jyotika's been doing very good work on the council. She also spent the time to go down to Atlantic City. We had the League of Municipalities annual convention. I think all of us were down there, taking some courses, and that's very good. So she's been doing that. She's been learning, and for the continuity's sake and all of her professional experience and all the experience she has had at the zoning board and with the schools, volunteering, I will support her.
All right, I'm going to pass the ballots out. Should have been 4.
Oh, okay. The names.
Okay,
I didn't realize.
Okay, here.
This one's Virginia's.
Okay, this is
Do you want me to
Allison.
just,
This is
I
mine.
already checked mine off. Can I just cross out and put my name at the top?
No,
That's fine.
okay.
Okay, just write your name at the top so
Yeah.
let's get it straightened out.
Okay. Ms. Jeevers voted for Ms. Bahree, Jyotika Bahree. Ms. Hamilton voted for Dr. YZ. Ms. Manzari voted for Ms. Bahree. And Ms. Allison Miller voted for Ms. Bahree.
Same thing.
Jyotika, repeat after me. I, Jyotika Bahree, do solemnly swear
I, Jyotika Bahree, do solemnly swear
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of council member,
perform all the duties of the office of council member,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you.
I would like to make a note of the fact that in the state of New Jersey, only 34% of the local government officials, the governing bodies, were women. And we've got a governing body that's all female. This is the first time that I can think of, certainly the first time since I've paid attention, that we've had an all-female governing body. Virginia.
For those of you who are leaving, you might want to stick around. We're going to have cake soon.
The message is that
Bribing us.
government is sweet. So, it's my pleasure to welcome my friend Jyotika back up here. And I hope we will all work together for the betterment of West Windsor. So, we now get to appointment of each other as liaisons to boards and committees. Now, this is a much faster process than the earlier process because we don't have to be sworn in, we just have to be voted in.
Phew.
So, what?
I said, shoot.
Yes, yes.
Why don't, thank you.
So, do I have a nomination for representative liaison to the Environmental Commission?
I'll nominate Aisha Hamilton.
Second.
Okay, are there any other nominations? Seeing none, move to have nominations closed.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. Okay, now we vote on the appointment of Aisha Hamilton as the Environmental Commission liaison.
So,
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton? Manzari?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm going a little fast. Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. Okay, Parking Authority liaison.
I'd like to nominate Jyotika Bahree for Parking Authority.
I'll second.
Are there any other nominations? Move to close nominations.
so moved.
Second.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. And vote on the appointment.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari? Yes. Miller?
Yes. Okay, School Board liaison. Is there a nomination?
Nominate Jyotika Bahree.
Second.
Any other nominations? Move the nominations be closed.
So
Anyone?
moved.
Second.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes. Yes.
Miller?
Yes. Okay, Zoning Board of Adjustment liaison.
Call for nominations. Okay, yep.
Right.
Now we got to call, close the nomination, sorry. We closed it, now we need to vote on it.
Oh, okay.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes, okay, sorry. Call for nomination for Zoning Board of Adjustment Liaison.
I'll nominate Virginia Manzari.
Second.
Any other nominations?
Move to close.
Second.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
And roll call for Zoning Board of Adjustment Liaison. Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
I will nominate Virginia for the Board of Recreation.
Thank you.
Second.
Any other nominations? Move to close nomination?
So moved. Second.
We're getting fast at
I know. Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Roll call for the nomination of Virginia Manzari for Board of Recreation Liaison. Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes. All right, we're up to resolutions. You're on.
I guess I'm on.
Oh, you're doing it, okay.
And the first one, I'd like to take a vote
Separate
because we
vote,
need,
yes.
yeah, two-thirds. All right, this is, wow, 2018 Resolution Number 1. It's authorizing the temporary municipal budget appropriations for 2018. And of course, we need two-third vote of the majority, so I'd like a separate vote.
Move to approve.
Second.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
And there's one other I'm going to pull out of for a separate vote because we have an amendment. It's Resolution 2018 R006. It's the one with the regular business meeting dates. On the resolution, October 1st was left out. So I want to add October 1st into that resolution, so it would be approved as amended. So I'm going to take a separate vote on that one, too.
So shall we do that
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Yes.
If everyone can turn to R006, do I have a motion to amend it to add October 1st?
So moved.
Meeting date?
Second.
Okay.
Move to approve.
No, we
You
have
gotta
to
vote on
vote
the
on the amendment.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we'll,
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
yes. And do I have a motion to approve as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Okay. I will read off the rest, and then, as we've done in the past, if there's one that you want to pull for discussion, we can do that. Otherwise, we can do a vote for all the remaining. So, Resolution 2018 R002 is authorizing the updating of signatures for West Windsor Township PNC bank accounts. Resolution 2018 R003 is authorizing the updating of signatures for West Windsor Township Bank of America accounts. Resolution 4, authorizing the updating of signatures for West Windsor Township's Sun Bank accounts. Resolution 5 is the cash management plan authorization for West Windsor Township. Resolution 7 is the legal newspapers for West Windsor Township. 8, establishing procedural guidelines for the Council of West Windsor Township. 9 is the municipal holidays. 11 is establishing the rate of interest charged on delinquent taxes and 6% year-end penalty. 12, authorizing the cancellation of any property tax refund or delinquency less than $10. 13, appointing Janice Di Natale as Affirmative Action Public Agency Compliance Officer through December 2018. Resolution 14, authorizing the appointment of John Church to fill a term on the Zoning Board of Adjustment through December 31st, 2021. Resolution 15, authorizing the reappointment of Dan Fabrizio to fill a term on the Parking Authority through December 31st, 2022. Resolution 16, authorizing the reappointment of Sue Roy as a member to fill a term on the Affordable Housing Committee through December 31st, 2020. Resolution 17, authorizing the reappointment of Thomas Calabrio as a member to fill a term on the Affordable Housing Committee through December 31st, 2020. Resolution 18, authorizing the reappointment of Steve Janney as a member to fill a term of the Agricultural Advisory Committee through December 31st, 2020. Resolution 19, authorizing the appointment of Julie Ward as a member to fill a term on the Human Relations Council through December 31st, 2019. Resolution 20, authorizing the reappointment of Dr. Ephraim Burks as a member to fill a term on the Human Relations Council through December 31st, 2019. Resolution 21, authorizing the reappointment of Andrew Hirsch as a member to fill a term on the Human Relations Council through December 31st, 2019. Resolution 22, authorizing the reappointment of Tasneem Quaymar Sultan as a member to fill a term on the Human Relations Council through December 31st, 2019. Resolution 23, authorizing the appointment of Madasar Hussain as alternate one member to fill a term on the Board of Recreation Commissioners through December 31st, 2018. Resolution 24, authorizing the reappointment of Kathleen Girandola as a member to fill a term on the Shade Tree Committee through December 31st, 2022. Resolution 25, authorizing the reappointment of Alan Schecht as a resident representative member on the Site Plan Review Advisory Board Committee through December 31st, 2020. Bills and claims.
We have a motion for all of this, unless somebody wants to pull something?
I move to approve all.
Second?
All right, roll call.
Listen, I have a comment.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, there's some confusion about these appointments. See, there are two different kinds of appointment. One appointment that the mayor can do doesn't need a council approval, and the list that was originally given to me, after that list was given, the mayor made some appointments. So some positions that I thought were vacant were no longer vacant. So that's why most of these appointments you see on the agenda are only reappointments. Only 2 people have been newly appointed. So once we figure out exactly which positions are open, on the 16th we will appoint people. A lot of new people have appointed, and some may be wondering why they haven't heard from the township, because exactly trying to figure out which positions were not already appointed by the mayor through a letter. So once, as soon as we figure it out, we're trying to get as many new people involved as possible. And if you're interested, just fill out the form, don't wait till the vacancy to happen. Because once the vacancy happens, the clerk just goes and gives us the list of everybody who has applied in the past, and we choose from the past. We don't start looking for people. So if I'll encourage everybody just to fill out a form, whatever activity you are interested in. So.
Thank you.
Roll call vote. Bahree?
Yes.
Jeevers?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Manzari?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Any public comment?
John?
Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm delighted to extend a welcome to our newly elected and appointed council members. I know you'll do a great job. And it's a little strange here. I have 2 former members of the zoning board sitting here now. As I mentioned to Virginia, she went out of the frying pan and into the fire. It'll be strange to not see her sitting up there with me on the board, and also Jyotika. Some months ago she was appointed council, but she was an alternate on the zoning board. So it'd be nice to, be a little odd to see Virginia sitting out there in the audience as liaison instead of up here on the dais. And
I'll
she'll-
still be keeping my eye on you
I
at
know
the
you will,
parking.
Virginia.
I mean, the
So
zoning board.
she will be sorely missed on the zoning board for her great accomplishments there, and we wish her well in her new position. So now, with regard to Ray Rader, unfortunately, I did not know her. I knew her only by reputation. I saw her leading the Memorial Day Parade many times, but unfortunately, I never did have a chance to meet her. But her husband, John, is a very valued member of the zoning board, past chair of the zoning board, and we all feel great regret for his loss. Now, just to say another word, a scene like this is being repeated all across America probably today, people being elected and appointed, and so it's not just here, it's everywhere in the country, maybe not today, but soon thereafter. So it's a wonderful tribute to our democratic society that we have here, and what a great country we have. So, and with that, I will close, and again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, do I have a move to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.